Hey, how's it going, everyone? So, today we're talking about Open 24 Hours. Oh boy. Um, so we're over here on my Letterboxd, and as you can see, I gave it a 2 out of 5. This movie is not great, I do have to say. And so, for this video, since I, like, I don't like this movie, and I feel like going through the editing process is a waste of time for this movie specifically. So we're just kind of rolling with it. But what I want to do is actually talk about the movie a little bit, give sort of my thoughts, but then also look at some of like just other reviews of this film because I'd like to know why people didn't like this and if they sort of had the same opinion as I did. Okay, so this is basically the movie's about a girl. I don't know when. They never really explain like when she got out of prison, but she was sent to prison because she lit. And the spoilers, by the way, for anyone um, who wants to go out and watch this and then come back to this video. But yeah, spoilers. So she gets out of prison. They don't really explain when she got out, and she was in there because she lit her house on fire with her ex-boyfriend inside because he was a serial killer. And so she finds a job at a gas station, and it's third shift, so it's 10 o'clock till 6 in the morning. And basically, the first night that she's working at this gas station, just shit hits the fan left and right. So my problem with this film, and I believe I put it in my review, is that it drags forever. It's, I believe, like only an hour and 40, hour and 50 minutes on. I feel like it probably says it around here somewhere. But yeah, it's the runtime looks like it's a tight film, but damn, is it not a tight film at all? It like I thought the ending, like I figured like, oh, this is the end, and then there was another like after, it was like an after credit scene, but before the credits. It was so just like out there, like you could have ended it, but you had to add the little sprinkles on top. Um, the acting is, I feel like the main and Bobby, who plays Brendan Fletcher. I'm sure you guys know this guy. Um, but yeah, those are really the only like good, I would say, actors in this film. Like her parole officer, I feel like he was kind of either phoning it in or he's just not a great actor. I don't know. Um, I The whole premise of this film has been done similarly before. It reminded me a lot of like 12-hour shift, last shift, a lot of like third shift, sort of time films, and it didn't really hit the mark like it should have. Uh, and the only other thing I can, or the other thing I can say that was like for sure a crutch in this film was the sound design, and they really overdid it. Like, the sound design is good, but they were doing it too often. I could tell they were really like relying on it. Either that or the director is like, put that shit whenever you can because it's cool. But it's not when you do it way too much. And another reason I can say like why this movie drags on so much is because there's a lot of shots where it's a steady cam either going backwards or moving forwards, and you're just watching our main character here like walk around or whatever. Okay, I'm gonna quickly look at my notes because I took quite a few of them, and I just want to kind of see if there's anything. Oh, the hallucinations were also very annoying. After I think within 10 minutes, there was about three that she had. Like they're really pounding it into your skull. Like, hey, she has hallucinations. You need to know this because it's important. And I think they were doing that because they were trying to get the audience to think like, ooh, well, this person that she's talking to, are they really there or is she just seeing them? And I think they were also relying on that a lot for people to kind of think throughout the film and not realize what they're watching is not very good. Yeah, I'm really shitting on this film because it's not good at all. I wrote in my notes more hallucinations to kill time. If this is the end, it's bad. Not the ending yet. Dot dot dot. Only. Oh yeah. Okay. So I've said all the bad things. Uh, I feel like this movie for me would have been like a 1.5 star out of 5 instead of 2, but it got a half star because towards the end, her ex escapes from prison. I guess a power outage causes people to escape prison, which is insane to even think about. Whatever. And he uh, has her best friend and Bobby and her tied up in the back room of the gas station. Oh, and her parole officer. And he takes a sledgehammer and just smashes her parole officer's head in. And they show quite a bit. And it's good looking effects for sure. And then also, I'm trying to think here, like her friend got hit with the claw side of a hammer, like right in the face, like in the cheek. And I thought that was another pretty brutal kill as well. But that's really the only redeeming sort of, or it's not really redeeming, but it just gives a little bit more um, brownie points because I'm a gorehound myself, so I enjoy seeing that in horror films, and I guess you could say I'm happy that I was able to see something like that in the film instead of more hallucinations that don't need to be in the film. But yeah, okay, so let's uh, go through and kind of read what people thought. All right, so let's see here. You cannot pay me to put my hand in the dirty ass toilet water. Oh, yeah. Okay. So a lot of people, when they do reviews, they just do like quick reviews like that. Okay, let's see here. Trying to look for that. This one felt forced and goofy to me. The script needs things to happen no matter how clunky and illogical the foreshadowing is. If you're gonna wrap around at the end, blah blah blah. Okay, yeah. Yeah, the script also was just it wasn't tight at all. The some of the dialogue was very weird. Really? A 4 star slow start but killer plot. Love it. How many movies have you watched in your lifetime, horror babe? 1031. That's crazy. Hey, there's mine. This movie drags on forever. Holy shit. She did not deserve to be the final girl. God, some of these are so mid. 2 stars right here. This movie could have been good, but there's just too many issues with small details and some obvious big things to make me not hate it. This 2 stars are only because technically it's good, acting is good, overall plot is good, but the lack of attention to details and logic is too much. Okay, yeah. They're saying a lot of lack of attention to detail. I think that plays into like what I said earlier about like her parole officer, like just out of the, or well, not out of the blue, but he said like I got bad news. Like there was a power outage at the prison, and some prisoners ended up escaping, and your ex was one of them. That's one of the details I would say that they're talking about, where it's like, well, that doesn't make sense. Why would a power outage cause people to escape from prison? I mean, I get maybe like the prisons are on like electronic doors and stuff like that, but usually prisons have backup generators that kick on immediately, so this stuff doesn't happen. So it's kind of like little things like that throughout this film that really poke a lot of holes into the whole entire plot. Uh, oh, and one other thing. I don't know if you can tell by this picture. So this is like her ex right here. And if you can tell, and it's raining literally, I would say 95% of this film. So I get the attire, but the fact that he's wearing a what looks like a fisherman jacket and he's using a hammer as his main weapon, it's such a ripoff of I Know What You Did Last Summer's Killer. Like, you might as well have just given him a hook, like a big or whatever um the tool is that he uses. I know it looks like a hook, but I can't remember the name of the tool. But yeah, you might as well just give him that tool and just put it right here and call it just pack it up after that. Just say whatever. And then they also ripped off Get Out. She ended up killing her ex with a stuffed um, deer head, with the antlers, just like from Get Out. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, yeah, fuck you guys. You guys are, not being very original at this point. But yeah, open 24 hours. It's a 2 out of 5 for me. I really think I should have started with a better film for the new year.